Okay, this video is called Why is Gerson Banned but Not Seyfried? Thomas Seyfried. So Thomas Seyfried is a pretty famous researcher of cancer, and he's actually did some good research with regard to the metabolic theory of cancer. And that's important because the metabolic theory of cancer gets you thinking about all the things you can do as an individual to help yourself. Versus when you go down the path of the conventional medicine, which uses what's called the SMT, somatic mutation theory, it tells you there's nothing you can do. You're screwed. Your genetics, your aging, some toxin that affected your DNA, nothing you can do, just take your chemo and shut up, okay? So anyways, what I'm trying to say is Seyfried did good research on the metabolic theory of cancer, but in my impression of watching him talk about nutrition, he seems repeatedly rather ignorant and almost stupid, and he's all over the place on the internet. On the other hand, you're not even allowed to make a video on Gerson, okay? I made this stupid video about Gerson where all I did was just show a couple pictures from their site. It was taken down. Okay? I didn't even say it worked. I didn't say anything good about it. I just said this is what they claim. This is what they say. It's largely a vegan diet, a few other things, enemas, and it sounded a little crazy to me. But anyways, that's taken off right away. And what I see it as, I'm just making this video to help the audience, the pros, understand how the system works. Basically, it's a billion dollar industry, chemotherapy, and they don't want any competition. If they sense anything that seems like legitimate competition, squelch, smack down, okay? I think it's even against the law in some states to even say something else is an effective treatment for cancer. So, wouldn't that be great if you ran a business and anybody who tries to compete with you, they're declared whatever they're selling or promoting is illegal. I mean, talk about unfair competition. Talk about a lack of freedom of speech. It's ridiculous. Okay, here's the old Plato quote. No one is more hated than he who tells the truth. Jack Nicholson, A Few Good Men. You can't handle the truth. So basically what I'm saying is in the healthcare business, if you lie, there's tons and tons of liars. Anybody who's read the nutrition literature in the papers knows there's tons of people on the internet lying about selling stuff, selling supplements or selling foods, claiming coffee is good for you, all kinds of other nonsense. And if you do that, your videos get promoted, corporate sponsor, they'll pay to get your videos shown to more people. You can get money from the sponsors. A lot of doctors have been able to quit their clinical jobs because they get so much money from sponsors and selling stuff. Okay, on the other hand, you tell people the truth, man, at the very least, you're kind of screwed at work because if you spend time actually talking to patients and teaching them stuff, then you go home later. And that drags on day after day. You're probably already working long hours as a doctor, okay? On the other hand, if you do it too much and you teach too much, then you start getting progressively bigger punishments. You get fired from some channels, just banned. You'll be ostracized from the internet interview circuits, the popular ones like the bro science and the high-fat phonies. I'm fired or ostracized from all those. Banned from universities. That's already happened to me as well. Shadow bond, you know what I'm saying here? That's happening to me right now. That's the punishment for telling the truth. Because they don't want the pros to learn the truth. They consider the pros to be just, talking monkeys. Remember, atheistic Darwinism is now the official religion of the United States. Hopefully Christianity will make a comeback, but it's not the main religion. Atheistic Darwinism is what rules all public institutions and what rules all universities and hospitals. And it basically says, no such thing as humans, you're just talking primates, you have no rights, do as you're told, okay? Notice too, in the Christian part of the web internet world, Jordan Peterson, an atheist who's an anti-Christian, he's welcome everywhere. Okay, he's invited by all these, low IQ priests and scumbags, versus somebody like me, a real Christian who's written the best book ever written on Christian art. Not a single Christian YouTube channel would interview me, not one. What does that tell you? They're sort of like a modern, what I call pussified, wimpified, feminized Christianity. I don't know how to explain it, but it's always I don't know how to explain it, but they're always like, oh yes, we want to lose. We want to lose. We want to lose. We want to be Gino, what sided. I was like, no, I don't think that Christianity is equal to other things. I think it's better than everything else, okay? Why does it make all the best art, the best literature, etc., okay? So anyways, I was just making this point. Something, potentially good like Gerson comes along, banned, okay? Somebody spouting off a bunch of stuff that sounds like nonsense to me is junior level knowledge of nutrition, he's all over the place. And it makes me wonder, is that intentional? That when somebody spouts nonsense that's not going to help the pros, it's publicized, okay? When somebody spouts stuff that's bad for the pros, they're all over the internet. When somebody tells the pros the truth about something, squelch, 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 pushed into a corner, swept into a corner.